Hi everyone, welcome back to Wilde Reads. My name is Dave. Today is part 1 of the October book haul. Are you ready for another book haul? Let's go. Roll the titles. Hi everyone, welcome back. As I said in the introduction, this is part 1 of the October book haul. Yes, I have been book shopping once again. You have to excuse the empty shelves around me. We haven't been burgled. I haven't sold any books. We're just having a bit of a reorganising here. So we've added some shelves further that way, and we're going to add some shelves further this way. So I'm just right in the middle of reorganising the shelves, which is why you'll see some blank spaces around here, but it won't last very long, and normal service shall be resumed by the time I film probably the next video. Okay, so book shopping, book hauling. Where have we been? We went to Dymchurch, which is down on the southern coast of England, for those that don't live in England. And I came across a little hospice bookshop down there. It's on about 3 floors, and there's room out the back, and they have got a brilliant selection of second-hand books. So most of these, if not all of these, in this part 1 of this book haul, will be charity shop stroke second-hand books. So the first one is a book that doesn't need much introduction at all. I've seen this crop up on dozens of booktube channels. This is Philip Pullman, Northern Lights, and I have never read any Philip Pullman. I certainly haven't read this book, and I haven't read any in the Dark Materials. Do you need the blurb of Philip Pullman's Northern Lights? I don't think you do you? We're not going to blurb that one because it's Northern Lights. It's Philip Pullman. Book number 1. Now, book number 2 is a book that I bought years ago when it first won the Costa. This is The Tenderness of Wolves by Steph Penny. And I had this in hardback, but I can't really remember what happened to it. But I never got around to reading it, so I've bought it now. I've got it in paperback. So this is set in 1867 in Canada, and as winter tightens his grip on the isolated settlement of Dove River, a woman stills herself for a journey of a lifetime. A man has been brutally murdered and her 17-year-old son has disappeared. The violence has reopened old wounds and inflamed deep-running tensions in the frontier township. Some want to solve the crime, others seek only to exploit it. To clear her son's name, she has no choice but to follow the tracks leaving the dead man's cabin and head north into the forest and the desolate landscape that lies beyond it. So this was a debut novel at the time for Steph Penny. I'm not sure what she's written since. I'll have to look it up. But this one, the 2006 Costa Book of the Year. So I am looking forward to reading that because I can't really remember why I didn't get around to reading it when I owned it before. The next book it's a bit of a thriller. This is also a debut book, and this is by a woman called Catherine Chanter, and this is called The Well. This is published by Canongate, and I'll just read you because it seems really interesting on the back of this. So, sometimes the very thing you wish for is the worst thing that can happen. A drought-ridden, riot-threatened country, a sinister religious cult, a child's unsolved murder, and a culture of surveillance. Catherine Chanter's first novel has the ingredients of a dystopian nightmare, yet it's more a straightforward thriller, albeit a sensuously written one, a strong literary page-turner. That looks really good, and there's a quote on the front from Sarah Winman, which says, "Riverton, an astonishing debut." So I am looking forward to reading that one. That's The Well by Catherine Chanter, published by Canongate. The next book is a book by Mary Lawson, and this is The Other Side of the Bridge. And this, as well as being longlisted for the 2006 Man Booker Prize, this also appeared as one of Richard and Judy's summer reads. It's quite a small novel, this one. And I think this is her second book. She's written a book called The Crow Lake before. Arthur and Jake, brothers yet worlds apart. Arthur is older, shy, dutiful, and set to inherit his father's farm. Jake is younger and reckless, a dangerous man to know. When Laura arrives in the 1930s rural community, an already uneasy relationship is driven to breaking point. Now that does seem like my sort of book. Again, very much looking forward to reading that one as well. That's The Other Side of the Bridge, published by Mary Lawson. Written by Mary Lawson and published by Vintage. The next book is a book that I saw I saw Lauren talking about this one from Lauren and the Books, and I've seen this a lot in charity shops and second-hand bookstores, but I didn't know. Vicky's picked it up, I think, a couple of times and put it back on the shelf, and I didn't know whether this was going to be me or not. So this is The House at Riverton by Kate Moulton, and I wasn't quite sure whether this was going to be my kind of book, but I'll read you the blurb. So it's a story of love, mystery, and a secret history revealed. Summer 1924. On the eve of a glittering society party by the lake of a grand English country house, a young poet takes his life. The only witnesses, sisters Hannah and Emeldine Hartford, will never speak to each other again. And then it forwards to winter 1999. Grace Bradley, 98, one-time housemaid at Riverton Manor, is visited by a young director making a film about the poet's suicide. Ghosts awaken, and old memories, long consigned to the dark reaches of Grace's mind, begin to sneak back through the cracks. A shocking secret threatens to emerge, something history has forgotten, but Grace never could. I am quite looking forward to reading it. I love books about English country houses, so I'll let you know what that's like. If you've read it, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you know the sort of stuff I like by now. So let me know if you think I enjoy that. So that's The House at Riverton, written by Kate Moulton. The next book is one from one of my absolute favourite authors, and this is Rose Tremaine, and this is a book called The Colour, which is, I believe, historical fiction. I shall find out in a moment. But yes, I haven't even read the back of this myself. I didn't even read the blurb in the shop. All I did was see Rose Tremaine on the cover. I looked at the title, realised that I didn't have it, and it went straight in my basket. I will pick up anything of Rose Tremaine. I think she's absolutely fabulous. I've read 3 of hers this year, and they've all been brilliant. So this is me finding out what this is about at the same time that you do. So Joseph and Harriet Blackstone emigrate from Norfolk to New Zealand in search of new beginnings and prosperity, but the harsh land near Christchurch threatens to destroy them almost before they began. When Joseph finds gold in the creek, he is seized by a rapturous obsession with the voluptuous riches awaiting him deep in the earth. Abandoning his farm and family, he sets off alone for the new goldfields over the southern Alps, a moral wilderness where many others, under the seductive dreams of the colour, are violently rushing to their destinies. Fabulous. Absolutely can't wait to sink my teeth into another Rose Tremaine, and I shall certainly get to that one before the year's out. Are there any other Rose Tremaine fans out there? Let me know, I'm sure there are. Next is a little trio. I keep buying these little trios of books. I think in one haul there was a little trio of Graham Greene novels. In another haul there was a little trio of Sebastian Barry novels. And in this haul there's a little trio of Pat Barker novels. So we have got The Ghost Road. And these are all published by Penguin. These are in absolutely fabulous condition. They actually look brand new. So I think these may have been given to someone as a set, and they've decided that it wasn't for them, so they've just donated them to the charity shop. Whoever that was, and if you're watching, I know it's a long shot, thank you very much. Because I think this whole set cost me like £1, or maybe 1.50. I think they were 50p each. But anyway, so it's the Pat Barker. So we've got The Ghost Road. We have Regeneration. And we have The Eye in the Door. These look absolutely fabulous. And this one won The Eye in the Door won the 1993 Guardian Fiction Prize. Regeneration, I don't think that won anything, but The Ghost Road won the 1995 Booker. I've heard a lot of really good things about Pat Barker, so again, can't wait to get into those. You may also remember from my 5-star prediction TBR video, I bought Michael Faber's The Crimson Petal and the White, and it's down here. But because the one I've got of it is this new, I think this is quite a new edition and a new cover. You can just see that. This is a fabulous copy. and it's absolutely mint condition. And I really want to read this book, but I don't want to spoil this book. So I've seen the copy that I'm more familiar with in the charity shop, which is this edition, and this one looks as if it has been read. So I'm actually going to read this one and keep this one in pristine condition, because I love the covers, but I don't want to spoil this cover, so I'm going to read this one. Does anyone else do that? The times that I've bought a hardback, not got round to it before the paperback comes out, and then I've just bought the paperback because I don't want to spoil the hardback. Does anyone else do that, really? Is it just me? And the last book in this little haul is Kate Atkinson's debut. So this is behind the scenes at the museum, which won the Whitbread Book of the Year, which is now the Costa. So this, when did Kate Atkinson's book, when did this come out? So this came out 1995. So behind the scenes at the museum, Ruby Lennox was conceived grudgingly by Bunty and born while her father George was in the Dog and Hare in Doncaster, telling a woman in an emerald dress and a D cup that he wasn't married. Bunty had never wanted to marry George. I love that name, Bunty. I could say that all day. So Bunty had never wanted to marry George, but he was all that was left. She really wanted to be Vivian Leigh or Celia Johnson, swept off to America by a romantic hero. But here she was, stuck in a flat above a pet shop in an ancient street beneath York Minster, with sensible and sardonic Patricia, aged 5, greedy cross-patched Gillian, who refused to be ignored, and Ruby. Ruby tells the story of the family from the day at the end of the 19th century when a travelling French photographer catches frail, beautiful Alice and her children like flowers in amber, to the startling, witty and memorable events of Ruby's own life. So really looking forward to reading that one as well. I really look forward to reading all of these books. So that was it. That was part 1 of the October book haul. Now, other book haul opportunities this month are arising thick and fast. So tomorrow we're off to our favourite place. We're back in Whitstable tomorrow. No doubt I shall be coming back with a few books from Whitstable. And next Saturday, I'm off on a bit of a London bookshop crawl with some lovely other booktubers. So I will be taking some blog footage from that. Blog footage? Did I say blog footage? I meant vlog footage. So next Saturday I'm off bookshop crawling in London with a few other booktubers. I'm sure to grab some vlog footage from that. We've run out of time, and for the time being, which will be a very short-lived time being, I've run out of new books to show you. So until the next time, I will see you again in the week. Whatever you're doing this week, enjoy your books. I'll see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.